Good morning. Good morning, Thriving Tuesdays family. Glad that you are um, doing well. Hope to see you soon. Come on in and let me know when you have arrived. Today, we are going to talk about what it means to radiate confidence. For many of you that you are followers or that you've been a part of the Thriving Tuesday family, you know that I recently celebrated a birthday. And one of the things people said to me a lot was, they could see my confidence, but it's been a journey. And so I want to talk about what it means to radiate confidence. Even though you know you're not perfect, even though you know you're not really thinking too highly of yourself, there is an importance about radiating confidence. And so we want to talk about that on today. All right, let me know. I see folks coming in. If you let me know you're here, certainly would appreciate it. Good morning, Lady Clarice. Yes, leave a little message to let people know, to let me know you are here. We want to get started in the next few seconds. We are trying to wait for at least our regulars to pop in and share this time with us. I know we've been kind of on different timing, but we're back on schedule today, and just wanted to be able to share this with you. All right. Hopefully we will begin to populate. I'm going to go on and get started because I do not want to hold people too long. So good morning and welcome to another broadcast installment episode, whichever word you use, of Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement. #VEncouraged. And I'm excited today to come and to talk to you about something that I've kind of wrestled with over the course of my life. And a lot of times people don't know that you're wrestling with it because you have a good facade, a good face in public. But for those people who are extrovert but introvert, which strangely enough, I really am, it's sometimes difficult for people to be confident. I was in class a couple of weeks ago and I realized that early in my life, I kind of had imposter syndrome. I was kind of wondering if what I thought I knew was really what I knew. And it kind of makes your confidence a little shaky. And so confidence, I'm learning, is not an external thing. It doesn't matter how beautiful or how handsome you think you are dressed or how fit you think your body is or all of those things, how handsome or pretty someone tells you that you are. Real confidence radiates from the inside out. It's from the inside that you get your confidence. And so how do we come to confidence from the inside out? How do we get there? How do we even navigate through the things in our lives that can kind of shut us down sometimes and really reach a place of confidence that radiates from the inside out? Well, I'm a believer that it's a faith walk, and that your faith walk has to line up with who you know you are. Hebrews 10:35 says, "Cast not away your confidence, because it has a great reward." And the scripture text is talking about the confidence that we have in God, the confidence we have in Jesus, the confidence we have in our faith, in knowing who and whose we are. But sometimes that doesn't necessarily correlate with how we look at our lives. We believe and we have faith, but we don't always line it up with how we see ourselves. Well, my encouragement for you today is to say to you, if you are confident in your faith walk, then your faith walk ought to transfer to your life walk. That it is something about knowing who we are and knowing whose we are that gives us a boost of confidence so that we begin to radiate that confidence. You ever see someone and you just say, wow, you just are glowing? Most of the times that glow is coming from where? The inside out. There's something going on in their lives that has them at a place of joy, and that joy shows on the outside. Well, if we are really walking with God, if we are really having a faith connection with God, it'll show up on the outside. Most of the times when we're down and out, when we're feeling not so confident and we're not feeling good about ourselves, that usually is a time when we're also not really connected spiritually as well. I've learned that my spiritual life correlates with my life, with what things look like on the outside. Sometimes, of course, we all go through a lot of things, and sometimes that can show. The weariness can show, but peace also shows. And so the radiance that comes from you, and radiance, I hope you're here, because that's the beauty in your name, that the radiating of that of that glow, that radiating of the confidence that comes from knowing that you are clear about who you are, whose you are, on the inside shows up on the outside. So today, what my action for you to do is to begin to look at who you are. All of the goodness that is in you, everything that is wonderful about you, everything that makes you know that you are unique and that there's nobody just like you, to take all of those things, connect them with your faith, for God has fearfully and wonderfully made you, right? And because you know that God has placed in you a treasure in an earthen vessel, you got to keep affirming who you are on the inside. And that will show up on the outside. So when you step out, and as we are beginning to start to step out of our homes again, when you step out, you've spent so much time in your walk with God. You spent so much time connecting with God that as you go forth, it begins to show on the outside. That's right. Thank you, Marcus. Learn what God says about you. Repeat as the affirmations, and then you begin to believe it. Put them on, like I said a few weeks ago, put them on your mirror, so that the first thing you see before you even wipe the sleep out of your eyes is how wonderful you are, because that's how God made you. So be careful. I know that as the church, we often talk about humility, and we often talk about putting others' needs before your own, and making sure that we are as altruistic as we can be and benevolent as we can be. But let me remind you that Jesus, the second part of Jesus's commandment to us, was to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And self-love is important for confidence that radiates. So as you see, we're kind of on a thread here, that we've started with self-care and self-love, and that we're moving through that, because confidence comes from a clear knowing of who you are. So know who you are, know whose you are, love that person madly. And I promise you that wherever you go, people will say, what is it about you? Have you done this? Have you done that? Did you cut your hair? Did you lose some weight? They're going to be looking for all of those things that are so different about you, when all it really is that you've harnessed the confidence that comes from your knowingness. You harness the confidence that comes from your knowingness, and then it radiates. It shows wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whomever you are around. And then people say, what What's going on with you? And they always want to make it something sinister. They always want to make it something you're doing in your love life or romance. But if you are having a romance with yourself, then that's going to show up in that glow. So go forth today. Love you madly. Know why you love you. Know that it comes from a place on the inside, and that radiating confidence is an inside job. Work on the inside, and it'll show up on the outside. God bless you. Heaven smile on you. Have a great day. Radiate confidence, because it's an inside job, and be encouraged. See you soon.